Once upon a time, the cosmos faced an unprecedented catastrophe. A colossal burst of energy erupted in the endless void of space, unleashing a brilliant wave of destruction. Accompanied by a fearsome, thunderous roar, this massive tide of energy mercilessly surged in all directions, obliterating everything in its path, and it appeared unstoppable. The hapless inhabitants of various worlds stood frozen in terror as the skies exploded in scorching hues and blinding radiance, followed by torrential meteor showers that pummeled the ground. The survivors, roaming through the city ruins bathed in the glow of a searing sky, discovered the remains of the unlucky ones who had been on the planet's illuminated side. Those fortunate enough to escape doom on that fateful day quickly mobilized to sift through the debris in search of survivors and were haunted by shock and despair long after finding the charred and disfigured corpses of friends and family. Mael, the central world, was the heart of the 9 realms and endured the least damage. Its inhabitants were among the first to take on the arduous task of rebuilding their cities and settlements and restoring the old order. Although Mael avoided massive destruction, it nonetheless seemed to obey some universal law of equilibrium, turning into the epicenter of paradoxical occurrences and presenting its inhabitants with new and inexplicable anomalies of unknown nature. After decades of extensive research and investigation in occult archives and forbidden magical libraries, a group of archmages and wizards uncovered cryptic clues and ambiguous omens about ancient prophecies, partially lifting the veil on these mystical events. In a magical tome of destinies, they discovered a prophecy about a demigod usurper destined to shatter the divine seals maintaining the cosmos balance, heralding an impending apocalypse. But anomalies were not the only calamities befalling the beleaguered world inhabitants. In areas struck by the most intense energy impacts, a mysterious shimmering substance was found, usually near anomaly sources, in craters, or even inside fallen meteorites. This substance and the light it radiated had a strange allure, beckoning people to it. Those who encountered it could gaze upon it mesmerized for hours, while many others succumbed to outright madness, their actions becoming unpredictable. Those who, whether through carelessness, chance, or an unconscious urge, came into contact with it, suffered terrible transformations and afflictions. Many survived, but were profoundly changed, some even mutating into monstrous beings. There were an increasing number of cases in which either humans or animals, upon encountering a mysterious substance, fell under its influence, became possessed, or were transformed into terrifying creatures. These creatures would then launch vicious attacks on humans, often resulting in brutal massacres. The local guards were barely able to cope with these formidable foes. Subsequent to these events, word spread that the substance was cursed, and it became a place shunned by all, avoided at great distances. Nonetheless, government and independent alchemists, scholars, and wizards found the substance ripe for opportunity and conducted countless covert experiments on humans, animals, and even the deceased. These experiments frequently ended in disaster, with epidemics of unknown diseases, deaths, and mutilations among the subjects. In some cases, those tested transformed into beings from other dimensions and, turning on their captors, escaped into the wild, unleashing further slaughter. Yet despite the supported rumors of the cursed substance, in instances where it called to the strongest among them, it endowed individuals with extraordinary powers. Thus, the experiments continued, and in secret circles, this enigmatic material was referred to as the primal matter, or the essence of life. And so began the saga of those mighty heroes, who, by their very nature, overcame the unknown influences of this phenomenon and discovered a new form and a new path.